Hi, Jeff here from the Wetsuit Centre, talking to you today about the Seaskin's Element range of summer wetsuits for summer 2013. The Element range has just been brought in as a cost-effective entry-level wetsuit, so basically at the lower end of the market. Having said that, it's still a great deal of features and technology which makes this a really good value for money wetsuit. Seaskins are a British-based company, but they have their wetsuits made in the same factory as all your sort of O'Neill's and Billabong. So really good quality, but they are renowned for giving you good value for money. They do distribute suits internationally as well. They've got sponsored riders out there like Kia and Perro, so a company that do know what they're doing, especially for UK conditions. So the Element range, as I say, is an entry-level wetsuit, which means that it's at the cheaper end basically. So not as many features as you'd find in a top-end wetsuit, obviously, not as much flex or warmth, but having said that, still a great summer wetsuit for people that are on a bit of a budget. What I'll do is I'll walk you through some of the features. These suits are all 3-2. You've got the adults one here, men's, you've got the ladies, slightly different design, and then you've got the two kids ones here. So basically they're 3-2, which means they're 3mm thickness of neoprene on the lower body, so around the sort of like leads around the midriff where you need a bit more thickness, and then 2mm on the upper body where you need a bit more flexibility and stretch. Okay. The seams on the wetsuit, which is another important thing, are what we call flat lock seams. There's two types of seam. There's GBS, which is the glued and blind stitch seam, which basically means that they're sealed and don't let any water in. Then you've got the flat lock seam, which is very robust. They butt up the two pieces of neoprene together and then they sew them flat together, which creates a very robust seam, but obviously that stitching goes the whole way through, meaning that there will be water coming in through the seams. But having said that, it doesn't exactly flush in, and it will still definitely keep you warm. So great wetsuits to look at, you know, nice and simple design. In terms of the actual quality of neoprene, that's the next thing you really should know about. With an entry-level wetsuit like this, then typically you get a sort of lower grade of neoprene. Better than stuff you'd find in like a petrol station or a supermarket, which is really low-grade neoprene and quite abrasive to the skin. The sort of the neoprene they're using here in the lower body is what we call BTN or fluid flex, O'Neill call it. And basically it is a lower grade of neoprene, it's a bit coarser, not quite as stretchy, but still good quality. But one thing that's really great about this wetsuit is that you do get what we call some ultra stretch neoprene in the upper body as well. If I come closer to the camera, you can see the two panels together there. On this side you've got the ultra stretch, which is very soft and flexible, okay, and on that side you've got the coarser BTN neoprene. Now, with this particular suit, you get that sort of more flexible ultra stretch neoprene across the whole shoulder area and then under the arms as well. So a huge amount of flex on this suit for a really low price. Similar wetsuits that people are creating, like O'Neill and some of the bigger companies around this price point, don't have that feature. Okay, so it's exclusive to Seaskins to have that sort of very flexible neoprene. So it's a really good feature on a wetsuit of this cost. Around the collar then, you've got sort of smooth skin collar on the inside, which stops any rash and rub, and that'll sort of help you keep the rash at bay, so you shouldn't have to use too much of a rash vest. On the back you've got the, around the neck, sorry, you've got the adjustable collar, and then you've got the zip with a lanyard that comes down here, and basically you get in through there. It's a nice wide opening, easy to get in and out of, so it's a good suit for sort of like casual use at the beach. On the knees you get what we call a Duraflex knee pad. And basically that's a specially treated material which is very robust, doesn't wear through, so that you can go, your suit's going to get a longer shelf life basically. So that's pretty much everything there is really going on with the Seaskins. You've got different styles of suit, great for kids. The actual kids suits as well, one thing that's definitely worth noting. To help them get in and out of the suit a bit easier, you've got what we call ankle zippers as well, and basically that just opens up the ankle. Makes it easier for them to get in and out of. So you get ankle zippers on all the kids' suits, which is a bonus in terms of getting the kids in and out of the suit without complaining too much. So that's the Seaskins Element range. You know, you're talking really, really good quality for not a lot of money here. So anyone that is on a budget but still wants a decent quality wetsuit that's going to last and is not going to be abrasive against your skin, then definitely consider the Seaskins Element for a recommendation from the Wetsuit Centre.